always remember that there are people looking at you being like, oh my gosh, she's got that and I want that. That then naturally affects the way I walk into a room, the way I interact with others. I'm affirming myself like, Aggie, you are that biatch. No one really goes home and assesses the way you walked into that room and the way your heels clacked. No one is doing that. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Aggie, and this channel brings you my two passions, which are all things wellness and all things dance, sprinkled with some vlogs of life. So in this video I am going to be doing 4 tips that help me with my self-confidence. Okay, self-confidence is a big topic. I know we're in a culture of self-love and doing all these things, and I think it's very important, and I'm glad that we're in that, but I think it can also get a bit surface area, like, oh, just putting a face mask on or something like that, which doesn't get to the nitty-gritty of it. But these are the 4 tips that I can give you that from my years of just, you know, learning and just figuring it out, that I think have made me a very confident person. I can very confidently say that I'm a confident person. But before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I definitely want you to know in the comments the things and the tips that have helped you to be more confident. So let's get into it. Number one of my tips to self-confidence and just being a confident person in general is remembering in the back of your head a little voice that no one cares. No one really goes home and assesses the way you walked into that room, the way you looked around. Maybe some people do, some people who don't really have that much time or things to do with their lives. But even if they do that, they're actually doing it for them to feel a certain kind of way. Remember, no one really cares. So confidence is what you make it. When you walk into a room, you can be who you want to be in that moment. So I always have a narrative, not always, but if I'm feeling nervous to go somewhere, I just have this narrative and I'm like, okay, no one actually cares. No one cares when you walk in. They care about themselves and they're like, oh my God, is anyone looking at me? That there's like a halo effect or butterfly effect, I think I've heard of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's about everyone thinks that everyone's looking at them, but it's because they're just thinking about themselves. So it's kind of your game. It's kind of like people can look at you and they can think what they want, but deep down no one is gonna cry about it. So you might as well just be confident without worrying people that are writing down the way you walked in, the way your heels clacked. No one is doing that. So number 1 for me is that no one cares. So just go do you, just go be you, because if someone sees you on the road, think about it. When you see someone with like big pink hair on the road, you look at them for 1 second, then you look back at your phone and figure out what it is that you need to do with your day. You don't really stay there that long. Why? Because you don't really care. So that's the same with the other way around. So you might as well do you. You might as well be happy in you, because no one really cares. Tip number 2, I affirm myself daily. Maybe there's some days I miss, but very much every other day I affirm myself, because that is the voice that actually ends up mostly affecting the actions that I take. So the more I'm like, oh my God, Aggie, why did you do that? Oh my God, Aggie, you're so silly. So that then naturally affects the way I walk into a room, the way I interact with others. I'm affirming myself like, Aggie, you are that biatch. You are that bitch. You are the hottest thing on this earth. Because if I don't do that, I'm not going to believe it. If someone else is telling me that, I can believe it to a certain extent, but it doesn't matter how really and truly what they say, unless I, in my own words, I'm feeling it too, because my subconscious mind is the most powerful thing. I am always constantly listening to affirmations and just looping it in the background when you're getting ready. Loop things that are like, I'm confident. I walk into a room and, you know, I am it. So I say that to myself. I am it. Why aren't I it? Why can't I be it? But guess what? We can all be it. You don't need to put someone else down to be it. Let's just get that sorted out. You are it. I am it. We can all be it. So I'm definitely doing my part in affirming the fact that I am the most beautiful woman on this planet. Because if I don't tell myself that, the world will tell me that. And guess what happens when you affirm yourself? The world starts to reflect that back at you. You start seeing people being like, oh my God, you're glowing. But it's because I feel like I'm glowing already. So then it's just radiating outward. So affirm yourself daily. That will help your confidence through the roof, more than you'll ever imagine. And at first it'll feel like a lie, but then eventually, I am that bitch and you can't tell me different. Look at me. Ew. Number 3, comparison. Comparison is natural. We are all human beings. So you can compare, but don't stay there. That's all I'll say. My confidence doesn't come in the fact that I'm constantly looking at other people and what they have, because that it won't grow that way. You can compare. There are people with more this, more that, more that. There always will be. But it can be like, oh, appreciation. Damn, she's got that. But always remember what you have. Always remember that there are people looking at you being like, oh my gosh, she's got that and I want that. And equally, when we compare as humans, it's interesting that we only look at one bit. We only look at, oh, look at that small waist. But we don't look at the other stuff that we don't want from them. We just look at the one thing and then we just make that the biggest thing ever and then make our day bad because of that one thing. But really and truly, if you were told you could switch and be that person, you'd be like, actually, I'm alright. I don't really want that, or that. So don't look at comparison and hone in and just feel bad from one thing. Be like, oh my God, she's got a great, hair? She's got great skin, or he, then move on. Then just move on, or take inspiration from it. Oh my God, how can I best work on my skin? Or, she's so rich, or she's got all these things. Or save up and maybe get a book on investing and, or financial literacy, and just go from there. Compare, but don't stay there. Comparison is natural and it's part of humans. That's just a thing. But you don't need to dwell in it and make that your life, because then your confidence will not increase. That is a fact. And my last tip number 4, you will never be somebody else. You will never wake up and be somebody else in this lifetime. So why try? There's so many beautiful, yes?
How are we doing?
Oh, okay, 1 second, I'm done. I gotta go. You will never be somebody else, so why keep trying? Why keep trying? Just be you. And that will then bring about and remind you of the beautiful things that you are. You're so many wonderful things, but maybe you're just not seeing it because you're looking at other people. Remember, the voice that is in your head will be the thing that you become outward. So you can't be anybody else. So why keep trying? Just be yourself and find out who you are. Find out what you actually like. Find out what makes you authentic, because you might not know because you've been trying to be other people. And that will then lead you to be so confident in yourself that no one can tell you anything. Okay? So those are my 4 tips on self-confidence. This is a cute little quick video. I hope they have helped you. Let me know in the comments what yours are, and please hit that like button if you like this video, because it helps me know what kind of content you like. And obviously don't forget to subscribe. But I will see you very soon.